What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eyebrow, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1, Episode 8. So obviously, spoiler warning for the Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1, Episode 8. We're going to break it down for you. What are the meaningful parts? We're going to probably recap the episode a little bit. Not that much happened until the final 2 minutes. Again, they love to do that on the show. The final 2 minutes are the big reveal, or the post-credit scene, the big reveal. Well, let's talk about the end first, because that was probably the most important thing in this episode. Besides Silas going away at the end and Elton going to join him. But ultimately, we see a post-credit type scene with CRM. Really didn't have anything to do with this episode besides being a big reveal. You see Elizabeth Kublik, you see some CRM soldiers, and they're waiting for somebody. They're waiting for the spy. It turns out that it's Huck. And we find out a little bit more about what they're doing. And they're really relying on Huck, aka Jennifer, aka the spy. But Elizabeth Kublik talks with one of the CRM soldiers, and the CRM soldier asks, is there a better way of doing this? Really, he puts that out there. Like, isn't there a better way to just go get the kids and go deal with this? But they're relying on Huck, the inside approach with this group to be led to where they need to go, probably to find Dr. Bennett and the New York facility, but we'll see what happens. And then Huck enters. She said she has 48 hours, so it's when, a couple episodes ago, when she left the group, she went there to meet with these people. How did she send the transmission? How did they set this up? I don't know. And maybe it's a plot hole. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe we'll get that answer. But either way, Huck has 48 hours and we know that she's a spy. She's working with CRM. And Elizabeth asks Huck, is the asset okay? And the asset's fine. And how are you? I'm fine. The asset's okay. So who is the asset? Is it Iris? Is it Hope? I would assume it's one of those two girls. But she says, is the asset okay? Not, are the assets okay? What if the asset is Felix? We don't know. There could be a big twist here. Then Elizabeth Kublik gives a watch to Huck. And here's an interesting piece of dialogue. Huck takes the watch and she asks, is that Dad's? So you would assume Elizabeth Kublik is Huck's mother. But what if they're sisters? That's another possibility. I mean, they're clearly related, and I guess it doesn't matter. But if she was asking about her dad, she would have asked, is that my dad's? Not, is that Dad's? You see what I'm saying? But I guess it doesn't matter. It makes more sense that Elizabeth Kublik is Huck's mom, because she talked about having a daughter, and it fits, even though we would like it to be Isabel. That would just fit the CRM connection full circle with Fear the Walking Dead a little bit better. But it just makes more sense that Elizabeth is Huck's mom. And I know it's a fictional universe, but I look at the ages of the actors, well, actresses, and Elizabeth could be Huck's mom based on the age. But I said it before in a video, and I asked the question, is Huck a spy? And initially I was like, nah, let's not do that cliche. Let's mix it up a little bit. But I guess they went the easy route, made Huck the spy, Huck the daughter, Huck the sister, some sort of connecting point with CRM. They went that route. And that's okay. To me, it's just the easier way of doing it. And a couple episodes ago, we saw the watch. This is probably the same trailer or whatever building that Elizabeth Kublik met with Huck. So I'm sure it's the same area, and that's the watch. But let's talk about Silas. And did he do it? I don't think so, right? I mean, how do you not remember anything, Silas? Come on, give us something. How did you end up here in the stall with some muddy, dirty boots? I'm guessing they're just muddy boots, right? He could have been outside. He passed out there. He's got blood on the hands, but he's passed out. So say he was drinking, right? And we see the bottle, and I would assume he was drinking. And I don't think he killed Tony and hurt Percy. I just think he was in the stall drowning his sorrows. You see the bottle of alcohol right there. Somebody could have just put blood on his hands. And the most logical thing is that it was Huck, right? It's either Huck, Percy, or Silas. Percy's nowhere to be found. Huck's the traitor and the spy. And Silas, we get to know this kid better in the episode. And he was drinking. They highlighted the alcohol, when Percy was flirting with Silas. And we know that Silas didn't like Percy. But Elton and a couple people bring up interesting facts and stuff about the character of Silas. He's never attacked another person unless he was attacked. And we find that out in the backstory with Silas in the episode. It's a then and now and then and now and his abusive father, and he was terrible. And Silas doesn't seem like he's a bad person. But if you go back to the previous episode, you see Huck and everybody join them there. Huck could have been there. And she says in episode 108, nobody else was there. So it's got to be one of them. And if you look at the crime scene, it just looks like there's like boots that are walking there. It looks kind of weird how they're positioned. And like he stepped in the blood, the wrench is highlighted there, and it's put perfectly there. Like a crime scene was like, yep, it was a setup. People were saying that it was not Tony's body, it was a walker's body. I mean, it could be. It just doesn't make sense. Tony's clothes, did they really drag a walker in? It fits better that Huck did it more than anything. And the fact that Percy got away, and if you watch episode 108, when they mentioned that Percy went away, they didn't find the body, the blood went into the river, and they didn't find anybody. They highlight Huck. But if you look at the crime scene again, there's dirt there, somebody was walking there, and I'm going with Silas didn't do it. And that's what they want you to believe in the trailer for episode 108 and the way it ends in 107. But it just fits that Huck did it, Silas didn't do it, and we see the backstory, and it just fits that he's actually a good guy. And it's interesting that the only people that came to talk to Silas really was everybody except Huck, right? Felix was there, Elton was there, Iris came the next morning, Hope killed the walker and saved him. Huck was nowhere to be found. She went over there and got the bag and really didn't have any encouraging words for Silas. Iris wanted to find out, did you do it? And Silas said he did, but I just think he wanted to give her the end to the story. And I don't know if Iris actually believed him or not, but either way, Silas got away. We found out about Hope telling Elton about Hope killing his mom. So Elton is going to join Silas, probably next episode, I would assume. But I have to say the backstory was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of the episode. Not much happened in the episode, but it did. You know, it's 40 some minutes long. And what happened to the mom though, right? She's like, no, get away, get away. You know, is she still alive? And Silas's dad was terrible. And I wonder if Silas's dad beating him up at the table, like knocking the headphones off, was kind of a thing with kids with phones today and parents getting mad at that. I'm not saying abuse their kids or anything, but why does Silas have headphones on at the table, the dinner table? They don't have smartphones and technology like that on The Walking Dead, but it just made me think. But either way, Silas got away and he got out of the rope. And luckily, Iris came to talk to him the next morning. What if she never came around? Was he just going to sit there forever? But I would think that Elton and Silas going on their own voyage could be a wrench in Huck's plan. I mean, she's not there for them, most likely. She's there for either Hope, Iris, or Felix. So I have to see what happens with this story going forward in the 2-hour season finale. It's episode 109 and 110 together next week. So it's 2 hours long, and that's all The Walking Dead we have for 2020. Well, episodes-wise, we have a holiday special or something on The Walking Dead. But that's my breakdown of a couple different things. We're talking about a couple different episodes coming together in episode 108. I can't wait to see the 2-hour finale. It's going to be 2 separate episodes, 109 and 110, I believe. But I can't wait to see how it goes down. I'm really enjoying The World Beyond. Hopefully you are too. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. I know I talked about a variety of different things here, but, well, Walking Dead World Beyond wise. But thank you guys. Stay safe and tell them, Daryl.